Hi, hello. Do I remember how to do this YouTube thing? We'll see. Hi, I'm Caitlin Asche. My channel is a barista's writing journey. If you've been here before, this is my channel reset. If you've also been here before, things have changed. We're gonna get real vulnerable in this video. So buckle in. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but we're getting vulnerable. I miss this hobby so much. I miss the joy of creating YouTube videos about writing and documenting my writing journey. And I miss writing. And I know that documenting my writing journey will force me to write again. And with all the life stuff that's been going on the past couple of years that I've been MIA from this corner of YouTube, at least, I miss it. And I'm trying to get back into writing. I miss being creative and I miss all of the things. I miss the community. I miss the writing. I miss creativity. Updates. I have moved. I've gone through a lot of life changes. I moved to Seattle by myself. Last October, I made the drive by myself, moved up here for a complete reset, moved up here with nothing but an air mattress and a trunk and anything I could fit in my car. And that's it. It's simultaneously been the best thing I've ever done, but also the hardest thing I've ever done. And I've been up here almost a year now, and my apartment is finally furnished and decorated to a place that it feels like a home. I have this reading chair. That is my favorite chair that I got off Facebook Marketplace, and it's so comfy. It's everything I needed. And I got a bookshelf so my books can be displayed and my figurines and all the things. My studio is put together enough and I finally have established friends and I've established jobs that are consistent, and I'm finally getting insurance. That's a thing. Yeah, I've been hustling since moving up here. Because Seattle's expensive. But my reasoning for moving up here, here's the vulnerable part of the video. Last year, April of 2024, I had surgery to remove an ovarian cyst. That turned out to be an endometrioma that gave me the diagnosis of endometriosis. And while the surgeon was in my insides, she also found a lot of endometriosis lesions, kind of everywhere. If you don't know what endometriosis is, it is when the tissue that is similar to the uterine lining that sheds every month during a period, it's when it grows outside of the uterus and attaches itself to your other organs, and it can appear anywhere in the body. The surgeon that was in there, she was not trained on how to remove those lesions. So she removed the cyst, and she removed my ovary that was being eaten by said cyst and left all the lesions that she saw everywhere because she didn't want to mess anything up and affect other organs. So I received the diagnosis. Part of the reason I decided to make the move to Seattle is because where I was living before in Reno, Nevada, there are no specialists that know how to remove endometriosis in that area. There are multiple in Seattle. I decided to make the move, as well as going through life changes outside of that. When I first visited Seattle 10 years ago on vacation, I fell in love with the city, and I love Seattle so much. It's my heart and soul. Oh my God. Being in Reno and being so close to Lake Tahoe, I understood about myself that I needed to be near water and mountains, but I also love the city, and Seattle is one of the few places I can be in one spot on the waterfront near Pike Place Market, where I have downtown Seattle on one side and I have water and mountains on the other. And it's one of my favorite spots in the city. And it's so, I love it. I love the city so much. I just feel so much better and happier here. I've been wanting to move up here for years, if you know me. And I finally made the move, and I did it by myself. And yeah, it was the best thing and the hardest thing I've ever done. And I'm so glad I did it. With that hardship came hustling, working my ass off for a very long time to get to a place where I finally have my apartment the way that I want it. And I have friends in the area, and I finally have a good job where I'm going to have insurance. That's been a whole situation that I'm not even going to go into, but I finally will be getting insurance. And with that, I am also finally in a stable enough place where mentally I have a home. My apartment's finally feeling like a home, and I've gone through enough of that transition that was kind of a weird flux state that I am finally getting to a mindset where I can be creative again. I have been reading a lot, more so than I have in a very long time. I miss writing and I miss being creative, and I miss having a creative project that I can just go back to whenever I feel that urge. With that comes this creative hobby of Authortube and documenting the writing journey, and that's something that I know holds me accountable, and I'm ready to get back to it. I'm excited, but I'm also coming to it with the realization of, I know I have a chronic illness now. I've always had this chronic illness, but I don't have toxic productivity mindset of setting ridiculous goals on top of working full time, because I am aware of my chronic illness and I'm aware of the symptoms. I'm aware of what triggers my symptom. I'm aware of certain times in the month that I'm going to be down for the count. I'm aware of kind of just my body in general more, and understanding that, and having a chronic illness like that is something that I've always lived with, but I'm more understanding of it now than I ever have been before. And I'm more realistic with what I can set as writing goals. And now that we've reached August, I'm feeling the urge to write again, because I have always, since having writing as a hobby and focusing on novel writing in particular, I did NaNoWriMo multiple years in a row. And because I had that like anticipation of NaNoWriMo, I'm not doing the official NaNoWriMo. I'm not gonna get into that with not supporting that anymore. But because I was doing NaNoWriMo every November, I always came up into the mindset of Preptober in October and NaNoWriMo in November. And because I have that mindset still subconsciously, I'm not doing an official NaNoWriMo, but I am getting the urge to write again, because we've hit August and we're almost in the Burr months, which are like big writing months for me when I am actively writing all the time. And I miss it so much that I feel like I can get back to it. And I'm in a place where I have enough stability and I have enough of a work-life balance that I feel like I can. I'm here again. I missed the Authortube community. I am definitely out of the loop of everything that's happened, of what books have been released, who's still around, and all the things. I apologize to my friends that I've actually communicated with a lot outside of just the video chat and the like live chats. I've kind of went MIA for a bit for like anyone that knew me through YouTube. Also MIA on YouTube in general. But I'm dipping my toes back in and I'm here. Fill me in on what was missed. I'm going to attempt to attend live streams more often again. And I'm here and I'm back, and I'm going to be, if you know me from before, working on Project Industrial again. Project Industrial is a multi-POV adult fantasy that is inspired by the Industrial Revolution. I am excited to reread what I have already written. I haven't looked at it in, I don't know how long. Definitely over a year. I'm excited to see what I had and what I can add to it with the growth that I have had since the last time, because I've completely changed as a person since the last time I worked on any writing project extensively. And I've learned and I've grown a lot, and I am ready to dive back into creativity because I miss being creative and I've been journaling a lot this past year. There's been a lot of soul searching. So I guess in a way I have been writing still, but I haven't been working on a huge creative project. It's mostly been working on everything I was going through, and I'm at a place where I can be creative again. And I've been reading a lot. I've been reading, the last book I can remember kind of reading was Sunrise on the Reaping, and I ended up rereading the entire trilogy of The Hunger Games immediately after I read that, because I wanted to read it again, but now that I knew Haymitch's perspective, so that was fun. I'm currently reading the third book in the E. Schwab Starker Shade of Magic series, and then after that I'm going to be reading her new book, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, I believe is what it's called. Don't quote me on that, but the new one, the lesbian vampires one, that's the next one I'm reading. Fill me in. Let me know what you're reading. Let me know what you're working on. I forgot how to end a YouTube video. That's so cool. She a Seattle girly now. Okay, I'm gonna end this video here. Do all the YouTube things, like and subscribe if you wanna stick around, follow my writing journey. Yeah. Bye.